It's a deep-rooted passion of mine, this sport. I love it dearly. I love this company dearly, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. What a company to be involved in. I need this, of course. I will be involved in this game for my entire life.
Conor McGregor.
Hello, sir.
Welcome back to BT Sport. It's been too long, man.
Yes, it has. Well, you know, I'm setting up for a period of activity.
Yeah?
Consistent activity, so we've got a lot more work to be done, so happy days. It's good to be back here on BT Sport.
Have you got a lot more suits maybe to accompany you for a few of these interviews or what?
Of course I do, you know that. This one is not yet to be released, so this one will be it's coming onto the site soon. So
How are you enjoying all the business activities,
of course,
the fashion and things like
that? It's fun. You know, it's very entertaining. I've just engaged in things that I'm passionate about, things that I enjoy. You know what I mean? And I've turned them into businesses, into revenue streams for myself, and I'm very, very happy with that. You know, of course, of all the businesses I'm involved in, there is no business like the fight business, so it's good to be back here now for a competition.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, right? Because money-wise, we don't need to be here. You've done well. You've got that generational wealth. You know, you've done extremely well over the last few years to create that. Legacy-wise, if we're making a history book with the UFC, your face will probably be on the front of it with some of the records that you've managed to achieve as well.
Yeah,
So why are you here? What's driving you to come back and fight?
The love of competition, the love of this. I would not have achieved the heights that I achieved without the love for the sport, and it's hard to just let that go, no matter what number is in the account. So I'm here for the love of competition, and I have a hell of an opponent here in front of me. He has phenomenal records also. I look forward to taking them or getting a hold of them. You know, I was excited with the Donald fight because Donald has such an array of UFC opponents that stretch from middleweight to down to featherweight, and you know, when you fight a man, you engage with his opponents also. So my reach within the UFC stretches far and wide, and I'm very, very pleased with that and excited with that. And we've prepared well and we're ready. Obviously,
you have had a fight since 2016, as I just mentioned, our last types of conversation here on BT Sport. Do you think the game has changed in that period of time, in that 3-year period?
Not necessarily, no. I think, no, not necessarily. They're just trying to replicate certain things, you know, but I'm back and I'm here to change it once again.
Why welterweight?
Welterweight excites me. First of all, it's what I weigh. And there's a lot of good stuff going on at welterweight, right? Dana says there's a couple of guys that are too big for me and this and that, and I disagree. I fought at welterweight. I felt very, very good at welterweight. Dropped a much heavier man multiple times over. Outlasted the man also, a known cardio machine at welterweight. So I feel good at this weight. And you know, it's just happy days. It opens up more options for me. So I'm very excited about that.
We've heard you talk about the season, the Conor McGregor season. Is that season welterweight, or will there maybe be a flirt with 155?
Of course. Yeah, it's whatever. It's just activity. You know, if you had to set out dates and this and that, and, you know, God willing, I come out of this unscathed, which I believe I will. I'd probably go back again straight away for the next event. You know, so for me, this season is just activity. So it can be any weight, and I could make 155 this Friday. I could make 155 no problem this Friday. Well, not no problem. Well, it would be no problem, but it would be tough. But I could make it. So
just one breakfast rather than two. Yeah?
Just one breakfast rather than two. Well, actually, I made an error of that in the first Diaz fight when I went up to 170. I was kind of throwing it all in. I've done a little bit more strategic this time, even more strategic than I did do for the rematch. So I'm in a great spot, physically, mentally, and I'm prepared.
You mentioned activity there. Obviously, fans fell in love with you because of that activity. You were out, it seemed like, every single event for a long period of time, but over the last 3 years, we've not necessarily seen that. A question for you: mixed martial arts needs you. Do you need mixed martial arts?
Yeah, most certainly. It's a deep-rooted passion of mine, this sport. I love it dearly. I love this company dearly, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. What a company to be involved in. I need this, of course. I will be involved in this game for my entire life.
Being focused in the world of mixed martial arts, do you think it affects other aspects of your life as well in order to keep you, like you say, on the straight and narrow in a way?
Well, martial arts, right? That's what it gave me originally. That's what it gives young people and young men and young boys and young girls. It gives them focus and discipline and dedication, and that's what it done for me. And I suppose it kind of recenters me, right? I mean, I've had tremendous success elsewhere, and I continue to do so. But when you go back and you prepare for a martial arts bout, you know, it does something to your focus and your discipline, and it just sharpens you up. So, and that in turn helps everything else. So, excellent. It's like a perfect storm for me, and I'm very, very happy with it. Very happy with my life. Very proud of what I've done and what I continue to do. And you know, this Saturday, January 18th, I will make more records. I will create more records, and I'm very excited about this one.
I know you're a sharp guy, and you analyse obviously everything you do in the octagon, but obviously everything that you do outside the octagon as well. And over that 3-year period that you've competed once, do you look at maybe mixed martial arts not being in your life as prominent, maybe affecting the things that we've seen come in?
Probably, yeah, probably. And you know, like I said, it gives you that focus, it gives you that drive. So I wasn't as involved in it as I should have been, and idle hands, right? What did they say about idle hands? So
that's it.
It's good to be back. I'm focused. I have my blinkers on, and I'm in a great spot. And I look forward to showcasing my skills, my newfound skills. You know, I fight very differently now. I'm grown now, you know, so I'm moving differently in the gym. I'm hitting differently with my old coaches brought back, and certain things have been reinforced, and very excited.
What have you learned?
Fans are in for a treat.
What have you learned about yourself over that 3-year period?
You know, I've learned a lot about myself. You know, it's just every day is a learning experience in this world, and I continue to approach life with a beginner mind, and that allows me to continue to rise. And
I've got to say, as a fan, I'm enjoying this. Conor McGregor, you know, the guy. I mean, we were unfortunate that we didn't get to see you in the build-up to the Khabib fight, and we saw interviews and various things like that. You seem a very, very different guy. You seem very centered, and I don't know whether that's because the focus is there, because you're back in the world of mixed martial arts.
Exactly. No, it's the focus is there. Simple as, you know, just focused. I was not as focused, you know. It was almost like my job was done after that Brooklyn incident. What needed to happen happened, and the bout was just an after effect, and I wasn't fully focused on it. I wasn't fully committed with it, and that led to a different man. And now I have corrected the things I needed to correct, and I'm in a good state of mind with that.
For that bout, you were physically there, but were you fully mentally there, do you think?
A different kind of mental was there, most certainly, you know. It was just a wild couple of months around that whole bout, right? The whole incidents that happened, and it just is what it is, and we'll get it again.
When?
As soon as it's there, you know. And then maybe in Brooklyn. When is that? April? That could very well happen. It was offered to me. It was offered when they couldn't come to a deal with Tony, and they offered it to me, and I took it straight away, and then
to fight Khabib in Brooklyn.
Yeah, because it was scheduled or rumored or something, and there was obviously something going on back behind closed doors, and then Dana hit me up and offered it to me, and I accepted it, of course. So it's going to happen. It will happen.
Do you think that fight will fall off? Do you think either one of them?
Well, history tells that they both pull out multiple times, right? I mean, possibly.
I've seen you speaking about boxing as well. We had a dance with Mayweather.
Yeah.
Made some good money.
Yeah.
Are you done with boxing, or?
Hell no. I will secure a world title in boxing. Most certainly, yes.
What weight are you thinking about?
The weight, I'm not sure. I'll have to go through all the weight divisions and check out all the champions, right? I'll have to see who holds titles in the divisions. Thankfully, boxing has so many world titles. You can just pick and choose, and there's also so many weights. So I haven't gone deep into. Obviously, I'm immersed in where I'm at right now. But boxing and the boxing world title is an aspiration of mine, and an aspiration that I will achieve.
You link yourself to Manny Pacquiao the other day. He's got one of those belts at welterweight, hasn't he? The regular world championship.
What's welterweight again?
147.
Yeah, it's a little low. I made 153 with Floyd, no problem. I'm the former 145-pound champion. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
What do you make of people maybe crossing over from boxing to mixed martial arts rather than the other way around?
I haven't really seen it, have you?
No. There's a lot of talk though, maybe with Clarissa Shields maybe coming this way to fight Amanda Nunes.
Right, that's right.
What do you think? Do you think boxers can live in this world?
Yeah. I mean, with the correct preparation, you know, we're combat fighters, right? Combat specialists. So, with the correct preparation and the correct teachings, you can learn with the correct focus. But I've yet to see it. You know. I went that way, and James Toney was one, like he came over.
Yeah, he had a go.
But it's exciting, right? So I know Tyson's been talking about it a lot. Tyson's talking like Tyson keeps saying, me and him spoke, and I said I trained, and I never spoke to Tyson in my life, so I don't know why he's saying that. But it's not a bad little story, so I let it kind of roll.
He's coming at the weekend.
That's right, I heard that. Yeah, Tyson's a good man. I like Tyson. He's a great boxer, phenomenal boxer. Probably the best natural boxer in the heavyweight division at this time. So who knows? I wouldn't say he is just saying he'd do it and not do it like a lot of them do. I'd say Tyson would probably do it in time. So you never know. Maybe we could set something up. I would not be holding mitts for him or anything, but I'd certainly, if he wanted to be trained by me or even educated by me, I'd have to see him. I'd need to see him in certain positions, in certain situations. I need him to spar a heavyweight. I need to see him deal with the leg kicks. I need to see him in bottom position, and then I'd assess that, and then I'd send him off, and then I would tell him what work he needs to do, and then off he goes. That would be probably something I could do for Tyson. But I found it funny that he was saying we talked and all this. He's a madman, Tyson, isn't he? I never spoke to the man in my life, but. It'd be cool that he's going to be there. And
maybe at the weekend you can have a chat.
Maybe at the weekend, yeah. Well, he's fighting soon also. He's got a good, tough fight. Man, Deontay's a powerful guy, but I think if he keeps his mind strong, keeps his playfulness in there, keeps his sharpness and his elusiveness, I think he can do the job.
This season, this year, you want to be active. You want to work Cowboy first, come through that, and then what? Because I know you've got a plan. I know you've got something.
Yeah, like I actually, as I get into that, opponents, there's so many opponents. I actually don't have like a set. There's many names, right?
Masvidal must appeal to you after the year that he's just had.
Of course he's in there. Of course he's in there. No problem. I'd like to see him on the scales. Then he keeps talking he's too big. I want to see the man on the scales. Let me see. But no, most certainly that's there because that BMF belt and all that'd be nice to add to the collection of belts that I have. The welterweight title, I'd like that also. Obviously, the rematch for the lightweight belt, or if Tony wins, it would be against Tony. The options are there, but then there's also just little stragglers like Gaethje that's floating around, and then there's Holloway, and then there's so many damn names. There's activity. I am going to remain in shape, remain in condition, and keep going. That's what got me to where I am. So.
For how long? Have you got a plan?
A good year, anyway. Yeah, good year. This is going to be a phenomenal year. 2020, I'm kickstarting this year, big style.
Decade, man. You're kicking off a decade.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Oh, good man. Yeah, well, there you go. I'll probably be down. I certainly will be fighting up until, I'd say, the 40s or something. You just don't know, man. It's a wild game, right? There's so much politics and all this that goes on backstage. I'd love to just give you a date and this, that, and the other. Just know I'm going to be fit, healthy, and ready. Good, man. How are you enjoying family life as well, because it's nice to see you on your Instagram playing with the little ones and what have you. How much has that changed your life? It's amazing. It came at the right time for me, you know what I mean? I needed my kids, and I'm very grateful. I'm very happy, man. My heart is full, truly. They're here with me now. Is that a blessing? Obsessed with Toy Story, you know what I mean? And I'd be like... Which is your favourite? Come on. Well, Which is your favourite? Like my son's favourite is Buzz Lightyear, and it's funny because Woody is like the cowboy and Buzz is the, you know what I mean? So I'm Buzz and Donald's cowboy. That's what I'm kind of messing around with me head. I was almost going to come out with a big Buzz Lightyear, because but no, just Toy Story's a year. So it's actually out since 1990. No, he is not talking about that. No. I'm going to say your little lad's referring to you as Buzz Lightyear. No. Buzz Lightyear is Buzz Lightyear. I'm not Buzz Lightyear. Okay, you know what I mean? That's a problem. You know what I mean? He's a superstar in your little boy's eyes. Yeah. Exactly what it is. Yeah, it's great though. I have to say it. And funny enough, I used to love Toy Story back in the day as well. It's 1997 that came out, and it's still rocking strong. We've got Toy Story 2 pace and everything in the damn thing. It's crazy, man. But it is a great show. And just before I came here, they had it on in the house with me. The Korea loves it as well. My daughter loves it now. She's just turned 1. So, magic, man. Magic. Yeah, it is. It's just a magic time, and it's going to lead me to a magical performance on January 18th, and I know it is, and it's already set in stone. Maybe the last thing then for you is to step into movies, do some voiceover, really blow the mind, that you're the voice of Buzz Lightyear or something like that. It'd blow my son's mind, I tell you that. He'd probably lose the head. He'd be like, no, that's not him or something. But you never know. Look, show business is always there. I've dipped my toe in it, right? I've produced my own movie. It was at a red carpet and a bleeding premiere in the cinemas and all this type of thing, and it's done very well with Universal. We done real good with it, and I have the guys here with me now, and We have so much right. We finished that first documentary on the DS2 rematch.
Yeah.
There's so much more content still that we have not. Obviously the double champ in New York City, the first event, we have all that. The Mayweather build-up, the Khabib build-up, even all the backstage, you know, all the stuff that... We've got some wild stuff, and now this. So we're just kind of rolling the footage, fielding offers, and the show business and all that type of stuff is fun to play with. But right now, it's the fight business, and that's my main passion.
So there you go, Conor McGregor's going to become Scorsese at some point.
Yeah, well, there you go. I like creating, you know what I mean?
Listen, we're looking forward to the weekend.
Thank you, sir.
It's great to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to be back.